Got you hot, check. Got you crazy, you bet. Got you hot, check. Got you crazy. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you a really quick review and swatch video on some new beauty products from Too Faced Cosmetics, and this is part of their summer 2014 collection. And this is the Too Faced A La Mode Eyes Sexy Tropez eyeshadow collection. And they also came out with the Too Faced Bonjour Soleil. This is the limited edition summer bronzing wardrobe. So if you guys are interested in checking out my review and swatch video, please keep on watching. So I purchased both of these palettes from Ulta.com, and I did see this palette when I went to the Ulta store the other week. However, it just wasn't in my budget that particular day. So when I went home, I just could not stop thinking about this palette. I ended up ordering it online, and I ended up getting this palette along with it. So a couple of things about the eyeshadow palette. It will run you about $36. It does come in their magnetic tin packaging, which I love. And then inside it contains 9 eyeshadows, and these do have 3 different looks: the day, classic, and also the fashion. Now the thing about this palette is that it doesn't have any matte shadows. They're either shimmer or they are satin. So if you guys aren't fans of shimmer or satin, then I don't know if you would like this palette. This is what I'm wearing today on my eyelids. I did use one matte shadow for my upper crease, but primarily all of the shadows I am wearing today are from this palette. So inside it does come with the little booklet, which gives you step-by-step instructions on how to achieve the 3 looks, which again are the day, the classic, and also the fashion look. Then they also did include a pretty decent sized mirror. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these and kind of tell you guys a little bit about the shadows. So starting with the day look, you have this beautiful shadow called Tropez, which is a matte cream base shadow. So the base of the shadow is like a matte cream color, but it does have gold glitters. The next one is called Con, which is a beautiful metallic-y coppery color. And the last one down here is called Soleil, which is a taupey color. It does have a purple undertone to it, and it has a satin finish. So here are swatches of the day look: Tropez, Con, and Soleil. Next, for the classic look, you have this beautiful shimmery champagne color called Riviera. Next to it is called Jardine, which is a beautiful corally peachy color, and this one has a satin finish. Then at the very end, you have this beautiful satin shadow called Courtiseur. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this one is a cool tone brown. Here are swatches of the classic look: Riviera, Jardine, and Courtiseur. Then as for the last row, you have the fashion look. This first shadow is called La Crosette, which is a light shimmery white. Next to it is called Monaco, which is a beautiful hot pink shadow, and this one has a satin finish. Then right next to it is a shadow called Delamere, which is a blackened navy blue. And here are swatches of the fashion look: La Crosette, Monaco, and Delamere. And here are swatches of all the shadows. So once I started playing around with the palette, I took out some of my other Too Faced palettes, and I did some comparisons on some shadows which I thought were pretty similar. This one called Monaco, which is the bright hot pink. It is similar to another shadow from the Pretty Rebel palette, and it is this one right here, which is called Totally Fetch, which is also a bright hot pink color. So here's a swatch of Totally Fetch from the Pretty Rebel palette, and here's a swatch of Monaco from the A La Mode Eyes palette. I mean, they're not exactly spot on the same, but they are kind of similar. Then there's another shadow from this palette which I thought was similar to another shadow from the Pretty Rebel palette, this beautiful cool toned brown called Courtiseur, and this one down here which is called Gangsta from the Pretty Rebel palette. So here's a swatch of Gangsta from the Pretty Rebel palette and a swatch of Courtiseur from the A La Mode Eyes palette. So I initially thought that these two look the same, but they are completely different. They're definitely different toned shadows. So I just wanted to share with you guys some of those shadows which I initially first thought were very similar to each other. So for me, I think that this palette was definitely worth the $36. I like how the shadows are pigmented. They're very easy to work with. They're blendable. And what definitely drew me to this palette would have to be the color selection. I like the way how they color coordinated this palette. I think the colors really work well all together. It's a really fun summer palette. So again, if you're into matte shadows, I don't think that this would be a palette for you. However, if you're into shimmer and any satin type of finish on a shadow, I think that this would be a palette for you, and I would definitely recommend it. I think it's worth the $36. So moving on now to the Too Faced Bonjour Soleil limited edition summer bronzing wardrobe palette. This is the same size as the Too Faced Chocolate Bar eyeshadow palette. This will run you about $44. They also included this card which gives you step-by-step instructions on where to apply Chocolate Soleil, Sun Bunny, and also Snow Bunny. So this was a nice addition. It does come in this magnetic tin packaging. When you open it, you do get a pretty good sized mirror, which I like. And this is what comes in the palette. This is the Chocolate Soleil matte bronzer. And here is the Sun Bunny natural bronzer. This has two different shades, and I like to combine them. I think it gives such a beautiful bronzy glow to the skin. Then last but not the least, we have Snow Bunny luminous bronzer, which is seriously such a gorgeous color. It has 4 different shades in here, so this can be used as a highlighter, it can be used as a blush, and it seriously looks so beautiful on the skin. And then last but not the least, we have here the real teddy bear hair kabuki brush. And this brush seriously feels really good. It's not one of those cheap brushes. It feels really nice and luxurious. Here's a swatch of Chocolate Soleil matte bronzer, a swatch of Sun Bunny natural bronzer. This one leans more towards on the orangey side, but it's still seriously beautiful on the skin. And then last but not the least, we have Snow Bunny, which is a luminous bronzer. This works well as a highlighter and also as a blush and also as an eyeshadow if you'd like. I also just wanted to mention that I am using these 3 colors today. I use Chocolate Soleil as my contour, Sun Bunny to give me that really beautiful bronzy glow, and then I use Snow Bunny as my blush. And I must say I absolutely love the combination of these 3 together. I think they work hand in hand, and you really do get a nice like bronzy, beachy glow to you. So my final thoughts on the A La Mode Eyes Sexy Saint Tropez eyeshadow collection and also the Bonjour Soleil limited edition summer bronzing wardrobe palette. I think that these are definitely worth the money. If you guys are fans of Too Faced, I think you guys will not be disappointed. Again, with the shadow, if you lean more towards matte shadows, I don't think that this would be a palette for you. But if you love shimmer and satin finishes, this is definitely a palette for you guys. And also this palette right here, I think it's definitely worth the money since you do get Chocolate Soleil, Sun Bunny, and also Snow Bunny. I think it's such a gorgeous palette, especially for the summertime. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you guys have any questions, please don't forget to leave it in the comment area down below. And also I'll have close-up pictures of the items up on my blog. Please make sure you check that out if you're interested. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My username is TwilightChick143. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.